Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have something different, something very exciting for you. We're going to be opening and looking at some genuine military issue MREs. This is what I used to eat when I was in the Army. Before we open these up and show you what's inside, I want to talk a little bit about some of my history with these and how we got to this part. So first, those of you that have been around the channel know that we're in Florida. Last year we had a couple of hurricanes come close by. We even took a pretty good hit from one.
I don't see anything.
We had some roof damage. We had a lot of tree limbs and that down. Fortunately, we had a camping trip booked, so as soon as the storm passed, we were out of here and we were able to go someplace that actually had plenty of food. Supermarkets were stocked because everything around here was empty. There was no power. We had like no power for 5 days. And then last year with the pandemic, there was a big shortage of food. So, my wife kind of grew up with this. She grew up during the collapse of the Soviet Union. She doesn't want to go through that again. And, just being smart living in Florida, she's been putting away some stuff, hurricane supplies, maybe pandemic supplies, whatever it is. But every time she goes shopping, she buys like 3 or 4 cans of some stuff, soups, or she's bought a couple bags of rice, things like that, non-perishable things, to have a nice reserve. So that way, if this Delta variant blows up and things start going crazy again, or if we get another hurricane, we'll have food on hand and enough to get us by. I'm not going to go crazy and have like a bunker stockpile. But it got me thinking about my old friends here, the MREs. So I went ahead and ordered a case, and here it is. I enlisted in 1992, and back then the MREs came in a dark brown bag. There was no heater. The new ones have a heater. It's a plastic bag. There's a like plastic thing with a chemical in there. You add a little bit of water, it reacts, and it gets very hot. Now, the first ones could be really horrible. Without heater, without being able to heat it up, that was horrible. And it always seemed I always got the spaghetti with meat sauce or something that was just absolutely horrible without heat. And then a lot of guys in the Army carry knives. I was never big on that thing, but I swear you cannot get those old brown ones. And I can't remember if the tan ones ripped open. I think that changed. Maybe the tan ones you could rip open. I don't remember. But I remember the brown ones, they were so thick. I mean, you needed like a knife. You needed so I got a Leatherman. You needed like a knife to open those things up to even get into the bag. So my audience is from all over. I got quite a few people from Canada. I got a lot of Russian subscribers. I got a lot of people from the world. My analytics is everywhere. Actually, on like 60 or maybe 50-something% of my viewers is US. So if you don't know, I think it even says here, yeah, MRE stands for meal ready to eat. It's an entire meal put in a bag. It's not unique to the United States military. Militaries from all around the world have these things. So basically, you have a plastic bag and everything you need in there. There'll be a main course, usually some kind of dessert, and then other items. There's usually like an accessory pack that maybe, like when I was in, we had coffee, which I think was Taster's Choice. I'm thinking I had a lot of Taster Choice packets around. I wasn't big on instant coffee, but in basic training, I actually went to the PX, bought a small coffee cup and one of those immersion heaters. And in basic training, even AIT, which for me was military police school, it's your individual training course and what you're going to be. We had Firewatch, so there was 2 people in the beginning. I think towards the end there was 1 once we started AIT phase. I can't remember. Anyhow, we had Firewatch, so we had to be up for an hour. So I would go into our bathroom. They had the sink, you had a little shelf and a mirror, and there's actually a plug there. Probably the safest thing, right? Having a plug there. But I would go ahead and heat up my water, use that instant coffee we get in the MRE, and I'd have a cup of coffee on my Firewatch. So, yeah, I was bad troop. So the accessory packet also had, there was like 2 little chiclets of gum. There was usually like some paper towels. There was always some matches for some reason. I'm not sure why. Because even I'm talking even like after the brown ones, we had tan ones that came out that actually had heaters, and we still got matches. Remember, there used to be some kind of candy in there, like Tootsie Rolls. I remember getting M&Ms once, and the M&Ms, when I opened them up, it actually had it had the Olympics written on it. It was the M&Ms for whatever Olympics, and it happened to have been 10 years earlier. that kind of said how old that thing was. And yeah, and the M&Ms were not good. They were kind of like there was like a white dust on them. It really made me question everything else. Oh, that brings me to right here on the box. There's a red sticker. This gives you the condition of the box. If that inner circle there is as red as the outer ring, it's probably still okay, but a little question. If it's darker then you want to stay away. Like this one here is still like a lot lighter. You can see that. That's how you're supposed to know that your case of MREs is good. If it's been exposed to too much heat, and there's a shelf life, I think, for if you're in the desert, these are good for about a year. At a room temperature around 70 degrees, they can go for 5. I think you won't really have a problem going longer than 5, but some things, like, I'm thinking there was, we always had fruit, and I think there was like an applesauce. Now you could tell if that applesauce, it was one of the things that was kind of delicate. If that thing was dark, then you knew that MRE got hot. But applesauce, Now what I did enjoy, there was like a freeze-dried fruit that came with it. You could take it out. It was almost like a Rice Krispie. You could just eat it, and it would start to kind of hydrate in your mouth. It was kind of cool. I kind of like the freeze-dried fruit because actually when you add water to it, it wasn't bad at all. So I'm bringing this up because I don't know what's in the newer MREs. I don't even know how long it's been since I had an MRE. It's been like a really long time since I think my first 8 years, because I did my 8 years. There was 4 years active, 4 years, and then I got out, and then I spent the next 4 in reserves, and that kind of fell under that same contract. I just kind of went to recruiters, said, "Hey, yeah, I got out. I'm going to school. I kind of want to do a reserve unit thing," because I kind of missed it. No, I didn't think I would, but I kind of missed it. So, and that ran until about 2000, and I re-enlisted in 2001 for flight school. So I think around 2000 was probably the last time I've ate one of these. So it's been 21 years. 21 years since I've eaten an MRE. So I'm mentioning this stuff now because I'm kind of curious as to what's different. I'm pretty sure the menu choices are different, but kind of curious. So I remember some of the MREs, like I mentioned, was like spaghetti and meat sauce, or like meatballs maybe, or can't remember. I remember there's like I think there was one that was like a beef patty and gravy. There was my favorite, scalloped potatoes and ham. I'm kidding about that. We were at the range one time. We were qualifying on the 9 mils, and I had the scalloped potatoes and ham, and I ended up throwing up all over the friggin' range with that stuff. So after that point, I never ate that stuff afterwards. I would always trade it with somebody. So yeah, it was kind of cool. A lot of people, you don't always like what the things are, and people are usually willing to change. So I would always change that. I heard a lot of people never liked the omelet. I never had the omelet one, so thankfully I guess I avoided that one. Then there was like a pork and rice or something like that with a type of sauce, like trying to think, like a sweet and sour type sauce, something like that. I can't exactly remember. Okay. Then you also had, it always came with these big, huge crackers that were sealed up. And believe it or not, I actually left those crackers on the tire of a Humvee one time. We got a call, we drove off, I came back, found my crackers on the ground, and they weren't even broke. Yeah, I mean, they weren't the tastiest things in the world, but you always got like a jelly that you could put on it, a thing of peanut butter, and then the cheese spread, which I think the cheese spread was one of those things too. It was kind of hit and miss. Like that was one of the things that might go bad earlier. can't remember. I know people used to sit there and say if we were out in the field, they want to eat like the peanut butter and crackers. They said they would get constipated from that, and they wouldn't have to go use the bathroom somewhere. So I don't know. I never had that issue, but that's something else. Also, there used to be a hot cocoa powder that came in there, and some people actually made what was called the MRE pudding. They would, I think what they do is they take the crackers, crunch them up, get them wet, and then they would put the chocolate powder and mix it up and make an MRE pudding. I can't remember. I don't know. I never did it, but I'm thinking that was how you made it. I think you just took those crackers, like I said, crunch them up, a little hot cocoa, add some water, and there you go, MRE pudding. Also in the accessory packet too, there was you used to always get this little glass bottle of Tabasco sauce. Kind of curious if they still do. It was the real, I forget the name of it, the J&B, the McElhaney, or I'm hacking that up. I know it. I don't do hot. I used to always give it away. Everybody loved it. That I would never eat it because people grab it. It was a little tiny glass bottle, and I used to have some, and I don't know what I did with all that stuff, but I used to have a collection of that and Taster Choice and stuff like that. So, yeah, so the old MREs. Now, remember the desserts used to have like almost like a bread, almost like a muffin, but it was flat and square. And I can't remember exactly what, but I think they had like maybe fruits in them. Then there was always like the chocolate covered cookie bar. I can't remember if there was a cookie bar or not. The chocolate cover cookie bar was usually pretty good, provided it wasn't summer and it was kind of gooey. But I think it was a heat stable chocolate, so it didn't melt terrible. But oh wow, it's been so long, I can't remember 100%. So we had the desserts. Oh, and I mentioned before the candy. Yeah, I remember being out in the field once. This just popped in my mind. Sorry, I kind of like all over the place, but yeah, I remember they had Jolly Ranchers too. Because I remember a buddy of mine, we were sitting there eating, and he was messing around. He was chewing on the Jolly Rancher, and he pulled the filling out. We had sent him out of training, out of the exercise, to go to the dentist to get that fixed. So yeah, Jolly Ranchers were part of it. So the Tootsie Rolls, M&Ms. So you got a dessert, which is like a type of cake. You got your freeze-dried fruit. You always had your main course. Oh, the main course, that's right. My favorite ever that I ever had that I always liked, if I could get my hands on that one, I would do in a second, was Chili Mac. That was a good one. I think they came out towards the end when I got out. But Chili Mac was my favorite. The scalloped potatoes and ham, no. Don't like vomiting. And one more thing on the heaters. I do remember actually in the beginning when it was really cold out, they did have heaters. It was given externally. It wasn't part of the package, so we did have heaters. And then we also had problems with people making what they call MRE bombs. They would take the element, the material out of the MRE heater, put it in a water bottle, add a little water, screw it, throw it, make a big boom, and then we would have to go arrest them, bring them in, and then it would really be up to JAG or the commander, whoever, whatever. I mean, we would just bring them in, do some questioning for the most part, or we'd bring them in, report them to their commander. So the commander could either do an Article 15, they would lose some rank, possibly, lose some pay, extra duties for discharging a weapon in a non-controlled area like a range, or intent to scare or do harm. People, you understand, it's a chemical that it's now going to expand, and you also got plastic bottle shrapnel that can go around. So not a good thing. If you're in the military, do not do MRE bombs. You will get arrested and charged. If you're lucky, a commander will handle it. If not, that stuff goes up to like JAG, and then you end up with a court martial or something. People be getting dumb when they're out there, but so I've already opened this and just took a peek at a couple of these things, but I don't know everything that's in here, so this is going to be a surprise for me as well, because this box is tough to get into. So, man, you ready? Let's see the new menus. Well, these are about 5 years old. Somewhere on here was Yeah, so 2018 is when this was made, so it's about 5 years old. So menu 19, beef patty, jalapeno pepper jack. Jalapeno pepper jack. What would be? I don't know. That's interesting. Alright, hash brown potato with bacon, pepper, and onions. This is one of the ones that look, that actually sounds good. Alright, pizza slice, pepperoni. That's weird. Pizza slice, okay. I don't know about that one. Asian style beef strips with vegetables. That sounds good. Southwest style beef and black beans. Southwest. That actually sounds really good. I might go for that one. I am hungry. Yeah, we're gonna open one up. I'm gonna taste it and show you all the new stuff that's in here too. So, ooh, tuna, chunk light, water packed lemon pepper. Guys, I don't eat seafood. I definitely don't like tuna. I don't do fish. So there you go. That one could be for the wife. Let me know if you want to see her reaction, her eating a U.S. military MRE. Should be interesting. And that's something too. Next time we go to Russia, I think I need to find maybe one of these in a surplus store or something like that and get a genuine Russian MRE. So, creamy spinach fettuccine egg noodles, spinach. That was really starting to sound good. Mushrooms and cream sauce. Why does it seem to think everybody likes mushrooms? I don't like mushrooms. Damn, that was really sounding good. I guess I'll save that one for the wife too. Pork sausage patty. Pork sausage patty, maple flavored. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Ooh, beef ravioli and meat sauce. That sounds good too. Oh, chicken burrito bowl. Ooh, that sounds really good. Mexican style chicken stew. Should I go for this one? I think I'm leaning on this one. This one's heavy, really, really heavy. Cheese tortellini in tomato sauce. A couple of these sound really, really good. I don't remember any of these when I was in. None of these flavors sound even remotely familiar. So I think they've totally revamped the entire system, which I was really kind of sad. I'm kind of sad now. I was really kind of hoping to have a chili mac. So, let's see. Alright, so I made my decision. We're going to go with menu 22. Asian style beef strips with vegetables. Let's see here. Warfighter recommended, tested, approved. AmeriQuell packaging, Evansville, Indiana, U.S. government property. Flameless ration heaters are prohibited on commercial airlines unless sealed in bag. And it actually says right here, peelable seal. So, let's see. Ooh, I'm not sure if that's just really hard or if the arthritis in my hands is bad. Wow, and it's sealed again. Okay. Well, that's unique. This is different. Ours were never sealed in a separate bag. In fact, remember everything was in like a big cardboard sleeve. So like your main meal, like the chili mac or something, would be in a cardboard box, and it would be a foil packet, and then you would take that out, put it in the heater, and then you would stick it back in that cardboard box. So that's weird because I don't see that here. Alright. MRE ready heater, US. So let's see if anything's changed. Remove MRE pouch. Stuff into sleeve with top folded. I actually remember there were some things I would actually put them on top or underneath too to get them heated up. Alright, blackberry jam. Milk chocolate cocoa beverage powder. Wow. Directions for use. Allow water just chemically purified to stand 30 minutes before adding the powder. Tear pouch at top. Open zipper. Add 6 ounces of hot or cold water, quarter of a canteen, to the fill line. Which must be this right here. Close zipper. Shake the mix. Consume promptly within 1 hour. So you're supposed to drink it out of this? That's unique. I should get some water going. Okay, Sterling, what is this? White wheat snack bread. Okay. Chunky peanut butter. Chunky? I don't. Oh, okay, yeah, I feel a little chunk in there. So now I'm confused. I don't know, am I supposed to use the jelly or the peanut butter? Or are you supposed to make peanut butter and jelly? Oh. Flavor. Flavor with oyster flavored oyster sauce? Come on. Now, if it would have said that on the bag, I would have saved this for the wife, but... Wow. So... I'm guessing what happens is after you get the MRE hot, this is kind of like a Hot Pocket you eat it in. Because you wouldn't put the... Wow. We didn't have that. We just had to handle it. Okay. Asian beef strips. Let's go ahead. Hold on. Wow, patriotic sugar cookies. Like seriously, it says patriotic sugar cookies. That's interesting. Mixed fruit. So it's not freeze dried or dehydrated. It's actually in there. All right. So here's the accessory package. Look, it still has the gum. Awesome. Moist towelette. See what we got here. Beverage base, raspberry type 3. Oh yeah, that's right. It used to come in a big packet, beverage base powder. I think most of us, if like I remember used to go to the store and they had these like pixie stick or something. Oh yeah, pixie sticks. Remember you used to break them off and eat the sugar powder? Or there was one that was like a candy like a pure sugar stick, and you would lick it, get it wet, and you would dip. Sorry, memory card ran out. So, yeah, you used to lick that thing and put it in the powder, and I think that's what a lot of us used to. I don't think anybody ever actually drank that, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, look at that, salt. Wow. Now that would have been something else. And then you got some tissue right here. All right, let's go ahead, get some hot water going, because we're gonna, oh wait a minute, yeah, there's no coffee. Wow. How could you do that to our troops? What the heck? So there's no coffee anymore? So you get milk, chocolate, cocoa. Wow, you get a beverage powder, and that's it. Wow, feel like we're getting gypped here. All right, so let's get this cooking. We're going to zoom in here so you can see exactly what's going on here. So we put our do not overfill. Still shows the sleeve. I'm not gonna worry about that. Maybe I should. So let's go ahead and get this. Oh crap, it says I overfilled it. And you're supposed to like lay it at an angle. I hope I didn't mess that up. I see it boiling. Okay, I hear it. So let's start with the get ourselves a drink. I can't even read the small writing anymore. I'm not sure how much water you're supposed to add it to. Let's see here. Not bad. Oh yeah, that's hot. I probably need to get this thing off the table. Okay, next up is the wheat snack bread. I'm just checking to see if there's not something cut. Do not eat. Wow, that's different. Never seen that before. Oh, that's very dry. Oof. Can peanut butter save it? I thought it might be more interesting to film like the whole table, but I think it might be a little weird then. Usually you want to knead these things, make sure whatever, it's all mixed up still. Woo, yeah, that's getting hot. These breadsticks are very dry. You definitely need something to eat them with. It's just not very good on its own. Oh, there's that smell of the chemicals mixing that stuff. Oh yeah. Probably not the smartest thing to do this in the house, but it's raining outside again. So let me try this just by its own. So, blackberry jam. Actually, tastes pretty good. Let's try the peanut butter by itself. It's not bad. It's kind of dry, so it's definitely not like, I don't think it's Jif. Because choosy Uncle Sam chooses lowest bidder. Really need this to wash down that. So that's different. That's a very soft, pliable, thick kind of bread. We actually used to have real, like it was just a huge saltine cracker. Two of them, they're a pretty good size. The powder's not bad. Alright. Now see, it's a notch. Cut in this. So this is your mixed fruit. Okay. I'll show you what's in here. Looks like you got your little peaches and pears. And I'm not sure what this red thing is. Yeah, it tastes like your maraschino cherry. Fruit cocktail, light syrup, diced peaches, diced pears, water, grapes, corn syrup, pineapple segments, have cherries colored with carmine, sugar, water, sugar, absorbic acid. So, yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's edible. Nothing I would desire, I don't think. Tell you, the freeze dried was where it was at. I think there was one that was like peach halves or something like that. That was pretty good. It tastes like a fresh peach, I swear. I don't know how, but you know, my wife's research into all this type of survival food that she's been buying. Freeze dried is very expensive, so we got some hot water going over there. So we're gonna try this. The top of this thing doesn't quite feel hot yet, so not much to smell. Fill to line. Let's see. I don't even know how you would do this with like a canteen out in the field. Whoa. That's hot. I think that's it. Ah! Well, you probably wouldn't use boiling water like I just did. Really gotta cool off. But let's see. Let's check out what a patriotic cookie is. No idea, they're all broke. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Oh, like a torch. Patriotic sugar cookies. I mean, not bad. Actually, kind of almost tastes like shortbread. That's way too hot. Time for the main course. I hope it's heated up. It's hot. I guess you're supposed to zip it open this way. Now it's wet. I can't grab it. So I'm guessing then that this is just for heating purposes, because it's not for eating because it's notched this way. Smells okay. It's like a water chestnut something. Oh, take a look. There you have it. It's not bad. Really surprised there's no mushrooms in here. I can't remember any MRE before having mushrooms. I could be wrong. I'm far from an expert on these things. And having had it in 20 years, I forgot a lot. Really surprised there's no mushrooms in here. I can't remember any MRE before having mushrooms. I could be wrong. I'm far from an expert on these things. And having had it in 20 years, I forgot a lot. Time to try out this hot cocoa. I'm going to try to drink it the way they intended. I give the bag design a fail. I don't see trying to drink this thing with this is ridiculous. The cocoa itself's not bad. Tastes about, like your Swiss Miss. Alright. I hope you enjoyed this look into a military ration, the MRE. Let me know if you want to see the wife try one. I think I'm going to be doing some more military related stuff about my experiences in the military and like that. So let me know if you guys are interested in that type of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something new. If you've been in the military and you had one, let me know what your favorite was, and let me know what your least favorite was. Or if you have, what you have in your country. Leave the comments down below. Let's get some discussion going about the differences of the American MRE and, like I said, if we got some veterans, let me know what your favorite was and what your least favorite was. All right, thanks for watching. Take care. Subscribe if you haven't. Like, shares, comments. Appreciate it. It really helps YouTube recommend this to more people so we can get this community growing. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.